It is December 2nd. Hi, vlog. Hair is back, grubby clothes are on, and I am making macarons for friends and my sister. It is a labor of love because it is a lot of work and they're very finicky, but it's a good day to do it. It's very cold out and I need to stay home anyway. So yesterday was December 1st and I didn't vlog just because I was pretty much gone all day. I ran some errands, had to get up early. I dropped Enzo off at the vet. He had a dental and I went and worked out. And in the middle of my class, my vet called and told me what I kind of knew already. He had some bad teeth that needed to be extracted. So he had 7 extractions. Unfortunately, they were all in different parts of his mouth. So he literally has stitches in all 4 components of his little tiny baby mouth. My poor buddy. But he's been so good and he seems very comfortable on his pain medication. Then I went to the dentist yesterday and I have a new dentist and she is phenomenal. Do you ever just meet a woman that you just love and they're dynamic and they're educated and they're down to earth and they're just the bomb? Well, that's how my new dentist is. So I am going to a new dental clinic called Smiles at France with Dr. Allie Eglund. And I know her because I work with her husband, Dr. Eric Eglund, who is one of my very favorite anesthesiologists. So when I found out his wife bought a dental practice, I'm like, my dentist is getting old. He's very hard to get into. Like they had 1 appointment in 3 months and I was working that day. So it just didn't work for me. So I'm like, okay, time to get a new dentist. And so glad I did. I just love her. And she likes all kinds of dental. She actually does implants herself. She does restorative dental. She does cosmetic dentistry. She's just the whole package. So I went to the dentist and then when I was done, it was time to go pick up the baby. And I picked him up and then truly we just laid low last night. We just had a very quiet evening. He slept most of the evening, went potty, and then went to sleep for the whole night. Overall, he's doing pretty good after his dental. His cough is quite barky, or his bark is quite coughy, I should say. His bark is kind of hoarse from the endotracheal tube being in. She said that was normal, and he had a little diarrhea this morning, but that was probably from the anesthesia. So I've been babying him today. Here, I'll take you to see him. So I have been babying him today, and he seems to be doing good. There you go. Can you say hi to the vlog? Say hi, vlog. Say, I'm a tired little guy. Say, I'm so tired. I'm just chilling out. I made up a whole bed on the couch for him. And of course, he is not in the bed. He's just on the couch. But wherever he's comfortable is fine with me. He's had no problems with bleeding or anything else. So I'm super happy about how it all went. Also a new vet. I switched to her a few months ago because my vet had retired that I had had for 20 years. So that was really hard, but I really do like this new vet. So yeah, so that brings us to today. And I'm just making some macarons. I had a little meatloaf sandwich for lunch. Got rid of the rest of my meatloaf that I made the other night, and that's it. So let me show you a little bit about macaron making because it is kind of fun. So right now we have whipped our egg whites. The first one I'm making is a red velvet. So I'm making a red velvet macaron, and then I will just put a basic cream cheese frosting in that. So they're nice and they're red for the holidays. They look kind of pink, but they'll be red when they bake. So you whip them until they're stiff peaks, which these are. You give them a couple more whips here. And you just want to see stiff peaks. And they are stiff. So once you have that, you just turn your mixer on low. I have the Cuisinart mixer, and we're gonna start macrophaging. So take this beater off because we don't need that one. We need to put this one on. Do you guys have a KitchenAid? Do you love it? Thing is a workhorse, man. So then we have our mixture with powdered sugar, almond flour, and a little bit of cocoa powder. And we're adding that to our meringue. Just a little at a time, let it incorporate slowly. And then I macrophage it a little bit in the mixer, and then I finish it off macrophaging by hand. Oh, I just made a little mess here, and that's gonna throw my game off. Add a little more. Do you guys like macarons? I certainly like eating them more than I like making them, but I like to make them when they turn out because they're definitely a challenge and a half. To get them to be what you want them to be is like very challenging. So now we're gonna turn up the speed a little bit and do a little macrophaging. And that's probably about all we need for that. Yep, it's not quite ribbons yet, so we'll do the rest of our macrophaging by hand because that is really how you should do it. So you roll up your sleeves and you get your spatula and bring everything in there. And then you just wanna, you basically are folding it. Macaronaging is when it's done. Oh, we're almost there. You're gonna see like ribbons, but you want to fold it so you're going from the bottom up. Almost there. A couple more and we should be. There we go, we're there. The one other thing with macarons, you guys, is you do not want to overmix. All right, so that is done. And I am going to put these in a piping bag and put them on my mats. So I have my silicone mats all set up for me. I clean them off with white vinegar and let them dry. And then they actually have a template on there for either a small or a large macaron. And you just put that mixture into a piping bag and you just pipe the macs on there. The biggest thing then is we're done for like an hour because they have to sit and dry. That's why I have so many templates. I have enough templates that this whole batch will go on there, and then I let them dry for about an hour. At about 45 minutes of time, I'll start mixing my next batch. But the problem is these have to cook, and they're picky to bake because you can only bake them one tray at a time. So, and I have my thermometer. My oven is right at 300, so that's good. And yeah, so that's where we're at. So I'm gonna get busy and pipe these, and then I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. All right, we are back. I'm just making a iced pistachio latte because I want one. So, shake it up, baby. Now I need to make some cold foam, and that will be delicious. So I have the red macarons all done, and those are a red velvet. I gotta hold it, I gotta put a cold shot on this. Okay, back from Macaron Central. Look at this, I got batter on my shirt, which is why I wear this cheap sweatshirt from Shein, which I can probably just toss when I'm done with it. Macarons are tedious and they're messy. But we have The last sheet of red are in the oven. Here, I'll give you a peek. Baking away. The feet look good. We have 3 trays of green. These are pistachio that are drying. Now the pistachio is the best in my opinion. And then the red over here are the red velvet. My first batch of red velvet, I didn't let the max dry very well. So if you can see here, I'll show you closer up. They didn't turn out. So I'll take them across the hall to my neighbor. He loves them anyways. I'll fill them and he'll eat them. But the rest of the red velvet turned out fine. The first batch just wasn't all the way dry. Then I asked Alexa, I'm like, Alexa, what's the humidity in Minneapolis today? Alexa, what's the humidity in Minneapolis today?
Currently, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, the humidity is 65%.
Which is humid. So these do not do well when it's humid. So there's that. So now I'm gonna let them dry for like an hour and a half before I bake them until they are just dry as a bone. So I'm gonna have this lovely little iced pistachio latte. I have my vanilla pistachio over ice Nespresso pod, and I shake it. And then I have a couple pumps of, I use this sugar-free pistachio syrup. It's delicious. And then just some cold Chobani creamer, because my machine does cold foam. And that is what we're working with. And then I say, and I mean it, who the heck needs Starbucks when you have that, right? Except I can't find my straws. Chopsticks. Oh wait, the straws are, I put the straws in here. Here they are, they're on the side. So here's the straw. Let's taste this, because I need this. Yum. Sorry I look so bad. I have my hair pulled back because I want to make sure that I don't get any hair in the macarons when I'm baking for other people. So there's that. And then I'm not wearing makeup to bake. So today is just a grunge day. I'm gonna make one more kind since it's only 2 o'clock. I figure it's 2:15. I'm gonna let these cool till at least 3:30 and then I'll start baking them. And then I figure I can mix one more kind and I'll still be done by 6 o'clock. So, and then I didn't plan anything for dinner tonight. So I think I'm just gonna throw a piece of salmon in for me, and that way Enzo can have some salmon. And I'll just have one of the side things I have from Trader Joe's, either some artichoke bottoms or some cauliflower gnocchi, or I bought a little of a new risotto that they have. So I think that's what we'll do for dinner, just something really easy in the air fryer. So I'm gonna continue baking here, and I'll check in with you later and show you how the green ones look. Well, I am back after all my holiday baking is done. Holy cow, did I make a lot of macarons. I did a recipe and a half of red velvet, a recipe and a half of pistachio, and then I did a recipe and a half of the gingerbread. They didn't turn out exactly the way I wanted them to, but they'll work because I had to sample one just because they didn't turn out and I wanted to make sure they were okay so I didn't throw them away. And they were absolutely delicious. The batter was just off, so I'm gonna make them into little gingerbread sandwich cookies and take them to work so I don't waste all those ingredients because everything else is good with them. So I did that. I finished cleaning my kitchen. Oh, I'm tired. And that's all she wrote. Now I'm just making some dinner. I'm hungry. So I am making some risotto from Trader Joe's, and just a piece of salmon. So I am gonna season my salmon. Got it here. Can't really see it that way. I need a better camera, you guys. I'm so sorry, but got my salmon, and I got a piece for Enzo. And actually, he needs a little more than that. So I am going to have just a little bit of salmon and risotto in a bowl, and I'm not that hungry. There's something about like baking and cooking all day that just kind of makes you not be hungry anymore. I did sample a half of a macaron, but that's it. It was good. Other than that, I just have what I have for lunch today. I had a meatloaf sandwich, so I need to eat, and I'm not that hungry. Sometimes I swear my shot works better on like day 4 or 5. Because like I took my shot on Friday. Today's Tuesday, and I have like such appetite suppression today. It's not even funny. When I say I have no appetite, I mean I have absolutely no appetite. Oh, let's try this. Let's try this bourbon seasoning on there. Although once I sit down to eat, I will probably be hungry. So, yeah, it was a productive day. Very productive day. And I'm here for it. So we're gonna just stick the salmon in the air fryer. About 10 minutes does it. Air fry time, we'll go to 10 minutes. It's not very thick. Risotto is bubbling away. We can turn that to low. And let's see, we need to probably doctor this risotto up a little bit because, you know, although it smells amazing, it smells actually kind of garlicky already. I was thinking, garlic, but maybe not. Oh, let's put some pepper in here. Some chili flakes, that might be good. I like chili flakes. Adds a little pep. So this is 2 servings worth of risotto. So I will have, and I have another piece of fish left that I will probably make on, oh, what night? Thursday. I can have the fish on Thursday. But I think I am going to wrap it up and put it in my freezer because I may not want it Thursday. Tomorrow night I'm going out for dinner. I have a retirement party. A friend of mine kind of retired a little early because she had some issues with her hand and had to be done. So we're just having a small get together for her. She didn't really want one, but we didn't really give her a choice. So we're going to do that tomorrow. So I'll be out tomorrow night for dinner. And then I will be home for dinner Thursday, and then I work all weekend. So I do need to meal prep something on Thursday afternoon. I'm going to fill macarons on Thursday afternoon as well. They're all out on the balcony. Whenever I make macarons, I put them in the freezer, or in this case I made too many for my little freezer, so they are outside and sealed tight, and I let them sit out in the freezer for a couple days so they really set well, and then I'll bring them in on Thursday morning, and then Thursday afternoon I'll fill them. I'll do the pistachio with the pistachio cream. The red velvet, I just do a plain old cream cheese inside because cream cheese and red velvet is the best. And then the gingerbread macarons that are really gingerbread cookies, I'm just gonna do a maple bourbon maple bourbon cream in them, and so it'll be like a little sandwich cookie. It'll still taste fine. They don't look like a good macaron, but they will taste. They sure taste like one. So yeah, that's where we're at. And just gonna wait for food and have some dinner and watch a Christmas movie. And oh my God, you guys, I'm tired. I have not really sat down. I literally started baking at like 11 and I finished baking at 6. So I'm all showered and cleaned and it feels so good. I got my skincare done already and my lotioned up my bod, and I am in for the night, which I've been doing a lot of this week, but the boo-boo is not feeling the greatest. I don't know, let's see if you guys can see him. Enzo, are you not feeling good, honey? He's just laying on the floor. So sad. I think his mouth probably hurts a little bit. Enzo, you want to say hi to the vlog? Say hi, vlog. Say happy holidays. Happy holidays. So yeah, he's not himself. We did go for a little walk this afternoon in between batches of baking with his bestie Betty, and that was probably good for him to get outside for a little bit. But we didn't walk as much as we usually did. We probably just went on like maybe a third of a mile walk, where usually we do 2-3 miles. So it was a very quick walk, and that's all she wrote. So I'll pop back in and just show you what my dinner looks like. But other than that, not much happening here. So here's what we're working with for dinner. I have some salmon with yum yum sauce and some risotto, and I sprinkled a little bit of feta on there, and it looks good. I'm not super hungry. I might not eat all of it, but I definitely need to eat the salmon because I need to have protein. So I'm gonna go over and watch TV. I'm gonna watch a movie called The Jingle Bell Heist right now, and I'm gonna eat my dinner, and I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Had a nice retirement party for a good friend of mine. It was a wonderful dinner and a great get-together with the girls, and we had so much fun. The whiskey cupcakes were a big highlight, and it was just a nice evening. Enzo ready to go to bed, and now it's Friday, and he is off to daycare, and I am back to the week ahead. I'm working all week, so I will be, I'm never around when I work because there's nothing that interesting to vlog about. So I'll check in with you all on Monday.